I love diving because when I am underwater, it's the only place where I completely disconnect from everything else that's happening in my day-to-day routine. It's really a place that is quiet, you have so much to see, you just concentrate on your breathing and the marine life around you. And this is an experience that I would recommend everyone. It's very therapeutic and that's something that I love to share with other people. My name is Barbara Lang-Lenton, and I am the director of Burj Al Arab Aquariums and the Dubai Turtle Rehabilitation Project. For as long as I can remember, I've been in love with the water. I come from a family of competitive swimmers, and I spent all my vacations by the sea, going to Biarritz to see my great-grandparents. From a very young age, I've been in love with nature and everything that it can offer. My father is from the Canary Islands, so all his brothers and sisters, his parents also live there in the Canaries. Growing up in Madrid, I used to come back from school with my pockets full of little creatures like crickets, ladybugs, spiders. I adopted a couple of spiders. They were living in my windowsill, and I would go and feed them ants or flies that I picked around the house. And I even named them Boris and Lullaby. People used to call me the girl of the bugs. My father actually wanted me to study engineering to take after him because he thought there would be more work opportunities. But I thought I'm going to have to spend 8 to 10 hours of most of the days of my life working. I better really like what I do. And I studied biology, and it's one of the most sought after jobs in the planet, always. Like, I just want to work with animals. I always knew I wanted to work with animals. My father used to watch like all the Attenborough and all the Cousteau documentaries and play them for us when I was a kid. He is the one that actually got me close to nature as well. But then Dr. Juan Romero, the person that actually introduced me to the underwater world and scuba diving and working in aquariums, and actually made me even fall more in love with the sea and put me in contact with the underwater world. I was working under him in the National Marine Aquarium in Plymouth, and at the time they were helping with the management of the aquariums in Burj Al Arab, and they sent me here in 2004 on a 2-year mission. Then I met my husband here in Dubai. I fell in love with the city, fell in love with him, decided to stay for a bit longer, and that's been now 18 years. Jumeirah started rehabilitating turtles in 2004 when the Wildlife Protection Office realized that every year there is a number of sick and injured turtles that get washed on the UAE beaches and no facility to look after them. Since Burj Al Arab had the aquarium team of experts and the facilities, we started receiving sea turtles and rehabilitating them in Burj Al Arab. Sometimes we have animals entangled in fishing lines, and usually they end up losing a front flipper, or they ingest plastics and then they have intestine impaction from eating debris. Sometimes they ingest also like fishing hooks or pieces of fishing cages. The critical care part of the project happens here in Burj Al Arab Jumeirah in the aquarium facilities, where we take measurements of the animals, do an initial medical evaluation. We have a toll-free number 800 turtle that anyone that finds a sick or injured sea turtle can call. Once the animals are recovered, they spend some time in Jumeirah Al Nasim Turtle Lagoon, where they build up muscle strength and body weight before they get released back into the wild. To preserve nature, you need to bring people close to nature and build up a personal connection and a personal interest. Sometimes we involve the local community. We have contests for people to name the turtles. It's a way to bring people from the UAE and people from all over the world closer to nature, closer to the marine environment of Dubai. what we do here has a global impact because sea turtles are migratory species, and after they get released from Al Nasim, they just go and travel the world and they do what they need to do, and a lot of them will go and nest somewhere else and come back in the future to find food here, and for them to be able to navigate themselves back to the place where they were born after traveling around the world, visiting different habitats and feeding grounds is really fascinating. And so far we have rescued, with the help of the community obviously, rehabilitated and released over 2,000 turtles. We had a particular animal that covered over 1,000 kilometers per month and traveled 9,000 kilometers up, like all the way to Thailand, making of course stops in Sri Lanka, India and other countries in between. At that point, when she reached Thailand, we lost signal, and that's where the journey ended from our side. That's the kind of journeys that our animals undertake. But we're always happy when they get released. I believe that Dubai Holding has a very important role to play. We are working on a corporate sustainability strategy and a roadmap to follow. So you will see a lot of new projects and initiatives coming. I am blessed to work with a wonderful team of professionals, and that allows me to continue fulfilling my lifetime passion of conservation of nature. We all have an important role to play to ensure the future of our planet for the good of tomorrow.